I'm Richard Saxton with Oscar Talk, and my guest is David Foster, receiving his third Oscar nomination. This time, Quest for Camelot is the film that he did the soundtrack to, nominated for 41 Grammy Awards, winner of 14. I mean,
good.
Anybody in the music business knows David Foster. You're so successful. Tell us about the music industry and how you're kind of making it work.
It's just been really good the last few years. My career is, I guess maybe by some stretch, kind of textbook. It's never been like, wow, this big, all of a sudden. It's just been this kind of slow climb. I've been here since 1972, so that's from Victoria, and that's 27 years. And it's just been this nice, slow, steady climb. I've gotten to work with everybody I wanted to work with, and got to do a lot of things that I never thought I would do. I've accomplished a lot. I have lots more to do. I have a new record company called 143 Records, which is a subsidiary of the Time Warner Group. I'm a Time Warner employee now. It's the first time I've ever really been employed, and it all feels good.
Talking about the industry and the money in it and where music is going, is it the formula hits? Is it the rap, the hip hop? I mean, country? Where do you really see the trends and the style and the big money?
Probably the person to ask that question to would be Quincy Jones. And about 20 years ago, or 15 years ago anyway, I said, what do you think of rap music? Quincy said, rap music's going to take us into the new millennium, and boy was he right. I mean, this is the new art form, and hip-hop is huge. Lauryn Hill now is kind of bridging the gap with hip-hop and pop and R&B and kind of bringing it all together, and I think she's a girl really to watch. It's kind of wide open right now. I think there's room for another diva. I think there's room for a male diva. A Marvin Gaye, a Teddy Pendergrass, that kind, some young guy that can just come along and kill with his singing voice. I think there's room for that. It's kind of wide open right now.
You are somebody that can certainly tell us about how important a soundtrack is. The Bodyguard, I think, probably outgrossed the movie. The soundtrack was super successful.
Well, the movie and the soundtrack were both successful, and that's a perfect example of the synergy that can happen when the movie drives the music and the music drives the movie. And it was just it was textbook again.
Who are you working with next?
I've been working with Barbra Streisand again, and I'm working with Celine Dion. We're working on a greatest hits album, and I'm going to do a little Mariah Carey coming up in April, and just keeping it. Plus the new artists on my label, and we have a group on our label called The Corrs, an Irish group, and their album sold it's over 5 million so far, and they're just coming to America now, so we have big high hopes for them.
David Foster, nominated for the soundtrack for Quest for Camelot, my guest on Oscar Talk.